Next up, we have Steve Escalante from Versus Evil Games, who's going to walk us through a few of your upcoming titles. We had Banner Saga 2 here earlier with the guys from Stoic, and it was fun to work with you guys on that for the Game Awards. But Versus Evil has many other titles, and we're going to talk about the whole suite of things you guys have. Let's maybe start with Afro Samurai 2.
Sure, Afro Samurai 2. It's Afro Samurai 2 is a sequel, obviously, a manga style in the series. It picks up from where the original story left off.
Yeah.
And what the team has basically done, it's founded with Redacted Studios, which is the developer on the title.
Right.
These are the original guys that did the first Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
And what they wanted to do was really kind of put it in the story of Kuma.
Right.
So even though this is this action kind of slasher that's out there, we're really focused on story as well. It's kind of this hard story about how Kuma is kind of really upset with Afro because Afro has done some really pretty bad things. So it's about this kind of older brother kind of grabbing his younger brother and going, "What did you do?" So what we're seeing here in the footage is Kuma is in Seatown Bar right now, and he's demonstrating different fighting styles. So how we've advanced the game for this is having multiple fighting styles. So he's this cyborg teddy bear. Right. So he has these kind of chips that he gets. So he's got an Afro style, or you saw a Kuma style right there where he's doing these amazing kind of slicing moves, or a master style where he's able to kind of be much more kind of acrobatic and kind of clear the room in these amazing kind of finishing shots.
There's lots of blood. Now, what platform is this going to come out for?
This is on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.
All right.
And it's an episodic game, so there'll be a Volume 1 that'll come out first, and then Volume 2 and 3 in quick succession.
All right, and that's good. When's that going to hit?
We're making that announcement very, very soon.
Okay.
But, I would say in the next couple of months.
The next couple of months.
Yeah,
Afro
how about
Samurai
that?
2. All right, well, very cool. Good to see you guys continuing on with that franchise. I did a little Afro Samurai back in the day with Sam Jackson when it was a series on Spike.
Well, yes, and the music, we have the RZA is involved.
RZA's back,
Yes,
RZA's involved in that.
And you'll see a lot of stuff about the music. It's really a core component to the product, so we're making sure all that stuff is happening.
Very cool, man. You guys are doing lots of great stuff. Now, let's talk about a couple other games that you have. Bedlam as well, right?
Bedlam, Skyshine's Bedlam. So this was a successful Kickstarter, started by 3 guys last year.
Right.
And what's interesting, of course, is they licensed the Banner Saga engine as well. So this is kind of this post-apocalyptic, almost like a Mad Max set in an 80s world. I mean, their art style is unique in and of itself. But these guys are doing an amazing job. It's a turn-based RPG roguelike.
Right.
So basically, in this post-apocalyptic world, you've got all the stuff that's kind of gone wrong, and the population is kind of trying to get to this Aztec city, this metropolis that they can survive.
Right.
And you've got a lot of different races with mutants and cyborgs and a bunch of different creatures that you're going to come across.
Yeah.
But it's really kind of, they're making the battle is much more fast-paced and kind of getting into it. But you have these maps that are randomly generated that get you through the world, and you're in these massive people-moving dozers, like thousands of people fit in those things, and you're trying to get them across the world.
It's got such a style to it, and incredible characters. And there you go. All right, so certainly
now you see
the
some
comparison to
battle,
Banner Saga.
much faster though. They're really making this all of their own. It just really helps them
much more
kind of
action-oriented even than the turn.
Much faster than a turn-based kind of Banner Saga for sure. It's not going to feel Banner Saga. It's going to feel kind of even almost more XCOM than I would say Banner Saga.
That's very cool. It's great that you guys help some of these Kickstarter titles sort of go to the next level and put a little more behind them. And we got one more game to talk about too, right?
We do. It's a really genuine little game. We're just going to bring you back to the whole pen and paper style Dungeons and Dragons, if you will. It's called Gilded Engineering.
Right.
It's an Irish developer out of Dublin called Gambrinus. It's basically you're using cards to build this dungeon, but instead of controlling the actual adventurers or the dungeoneers, you are building the dungeon around them and setting breadcrumbs for them to get through it. Okay. So it's almost like a living deck. So as you build and beat monsters, you're getting more cards, and those cards are adding to what you basically can battle other characters with. So it's got this great hand-drawn style, a tremendous amount of character, these great little kind of Irish-flavored ditties that are out there when you fail and succeed. And so it's from a CCG perspective, it's much more of like a living deck than it is like it's not a Hearthstone or anything like that, but cards are more of just an amazing mechanism to kind of get through it.
I love the titles you guys find. It's just they're always so unique and have
Thank
cool
you.
art styles, cool gameplay.
It's very fun as a publisher to work on
Yeah,
on
which
a
is
variety
the
of
stuff that
stuff.
it's so different, and I just love the vibe of it. It's just incredible. So when is this one gonna come out?
This was coming out July 14th.
Oh, wow.
It's on pre-sale right now on Steam. You get the first DLC pack. And the DLC packs are kind of important because it's not necessarily just like an extra dungeon.
Right.
We're launching with 3 separate dungeon sets, but it's basically everything that kind of touches on the core. Because you're managing your guild, you're building your cards, you're getting classes, you're getting fighting different monsters and all those different things. So we're letting people know that it's something that's going to live on in succession. So it's going to be good.
Well, that's very cool. A big E3 for Versus Evil. 4
It
titles.
is. 6 titles on the floor.
Oh my god!
And they're all playable. All the titles you saw today are all playable. And
That's amazing.
we have Armor
cool.
Krog as well. So yeah, lots of stuff to come see.
It's an amazing looking game. That's why I mean, like every game you pick is a different and unique style.